ladies and gentlemen, and all other proper pronouns. Welcome to Sunday, December 22nd, 2024, 7:52 p.m. Hawaiian Standard Time. Here we have the dividend tracker. Where's my cursor? Hey, there it is. The dividend tracker. Right now, according to the dividend tracker, which may or may not be accurate, but it'll give us at least some idea. For the month of December, we're looking at some income of $263.30, annualized at a little over 4,000. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. You may or may not have watched the video where the goal was to be able to pay a T-Mobile bill of $150 plus tax to whatever city, municipality, whatever, that whatever that 150, if that gets some tax on it. In the fine state of Hawaii, we got 4.712% tax. Well, actually, that's for some of the islands. It's not all the islands. I don't know about other islands, but the island I live on, Oahu, it's 4.712%. So let's pretend $150 times 4.712% tax. We needed to cover that tax amount, and we needed to cover the tax we got to pay to Uncle Samantha, whoever that the government is. And so look at right here, boom. That should cover tax to Sam. That should cover tax to Green, and that should cover T-Mobile. But guess what? We're not done. Eagle Point Credit Company, 600 shares. XDTE, 100 shares. Looky. Bam. Got assigned on some shares. I thought. Oh, that's right. Look at this. Got assigned shares right here. 200 shares. We were short 200. We were short two put options on XDTE. And that was assigned Mondo, right? This one. All right. Bought 100 shares at 52. Bought 100 shares at 53. So let's move these shares over just like this. Put them in long stock. All right. Now we got 300 shares here. And so let's do this. Where there it is. We are going to add some shares. So we'll go to this portfolio. Paper trading is cool. And then, hey, come on, man. Manually enter. Normally, if I had a real money account, which I don't, it might have some stuff to be able to add things in there. So I guess we're just going to do it this way. We're going to do it the old-fashioned way here. Oh, XDTR. Who the heck is that? There we go. XDTE. Come on, it was 52 even. 52. 100 shares. Boom. Now let's add another 100 shares. That's right. Thank you. Thank you very much, dear computer. We've got to add 100 shares at 53. Now we should be 300 shares of XDTE. Oh, looky. December income went up a little bit under $600. Annual income. If, is that 100% accurate? I don't know. But at least it's something to gauge, right? It's better than counting with my fingers. You know why? Because I don't even have 597 fingers. To be honest with you, I got 5 fingers on one hand. I got 5 fingers on another hand. I got 5 toes on one foot and 5 toes on another foot. That's it. The most I'm getting to is 10 with my digits, and not even close to 10,000. So That's what we got going on here. Boom. Well, according to this right here, we blew this one out of the water. We need to redo that. Can that get edited right now? Let's see. Let's see. Let's go for, was that something like 10,000? Let's put that at 12,000. 12,000. 12,000. Yeah, 12,000 annually, and then we'd be looking at 1,000 a month. All right, 1,000 a month. We're a little over halfway there. That's something we can go with now. With this paper trading account, I'm not sure if I can set this up in a way to have the dividends automatically reinvested. But if I could, I would buy more shares of this, buying more shares of this, and not so much worried about the profit and loss. For example, if I were to have a rental property, which I don't, but let's just pretend that I do. If I were to have one, maybe if I were to have, let's say, 25, which I don't, but let's pretend that I do. If I had these rental properties, I would buy them for a certain amount. And then if my plan was to keep them until I die, yeah, it feels good if the paper price of the asset goes up, but it's not the paper price of the asset that's putting gas in my car. It's the cash flow from the rental money. The rent's coming in minus the expenses equals the net cash flow. That's the money I can spend. And that's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the price of the goose. I'm worried about the price of the golden eggs coming out of the rear end of the goose. So I'm not buying these for capital appreciation. I hope I get it. It would be nice, but I'm buying them for cash flow, the dividends. Capital appreciation, maybe I could do it over here. Speaking of over here, I didn't really do a good job, or I had this kind of like a, I don't know, it was a calendar diagonal. I don't know what the name was, but had this one for protection, and it was short these weekly option put options, and I could have rolled it. I could have just closed it out at a loss, but I decided to get a sign just to see what would happen. So let's move this over to long stock, and I decided to get a sign because it would have been easy to close it out at a loss. If I would have closed it out at a loss, it's done and over with. And now that I got assigned, now I got to figure out what to do with it. So we got assigned at 93, and got assigned at 93, and we got this. I'm gonna bring this down here now because otherwise, see split position. I'm gonna bring that down here. All right. Now this is showing the whole buying power effect. And looks like on Walmart right now, down $90. And this is off. My scratch pad, this is way off. I was attempting to keep detailed notes, and that did not end up being detailed enough. It's off. But anyways, so how can I try to rectify this? Got 60 days left on this put. And so let's see. What can I do? Well, one thing I can do, one thing I know I can do, I paid 93 for this. If I don't want to hold on to Walmart, let's take a look at some stuff on Walmart. Bring this over to WMT. Alrighty. We got Walmart on here. No. We got Walmart right here, 1 year. Bought it at 90, 93. It's over here. See, it's kind of seems to be hitting this resistance here. And what is gap? That's not what I want to look at. What are the futures doing? I think I got my handy dandy futures right here. S&P 500 future up at the moment. Nasdaq up at the moment. Oh, this is weekly. This is weekly up on the week. Um, YM Dow up at the moment, and Russell 2000 up at the moment. Weekly chart, but it's the first day of the week, so it's giving us a pretty accurate indicator. VIX starting to come down after that big spike up. Oil up a little bit right now, up for the day. Bitcoin up at the moment. Silver up at the moment. Gold up at the moment. And this is not even trading right now. So things pushing up in the old stock market here. Indexes pushing up. So one thing that that I could do, we'll take a look. I could sell a call option at 93 because I bought it at 93. If I just wanted to get rid of it, like it's not a guarantee I would get rid of it, but one of the faster ways I could get rid of it is sell a call at 93. There would be no capital gain, right? Buy at 93, sell at 93. That's break even, right? But let's say in the next 4 days, let's take a look at that. Sell at 93. The high of last Friday was $1.35. So if it were to hit that high again, potentially make $135 in 4 days, right on the premium. Go out a little bit, sell the 94. If we sold the 94, got about a little bit less than 22% chance of expiring in the money. Got a higher chance of expiring in the money here. And you can look at 11 days, sell at 93, 44% chance. So $1.83. I'm gonna do this just to see what happens. I'm gonna see if I can get $1.35. Why not? Let's give it a shot. See if we can get $1.35 for that. Even if I'm not gonna hold this, even if I'm gonna cancel this Monday, I like to do a good till cancel since I live in the Hawaiian Standard Time Zone. Usually when I get home from work, yeah, I got a job because this is paper trading. I ain't making real money here, I gotta pay the bills. So usually when I get home from work, if I had a day order, it's just canceled, and I don't. I personally like to cancel it myself so I can just gives me more information to look at. So nonetheless, I'm going to do that. Even though it's an option trade, I'm long the stock, so I'm putting it in that category. You can do it however you want, but your good buddy paper trading is cool here. That's how I'm doing it. Got it? Good. All right. This one, since the last time I spoke with you, I just placed this order, got filled on it, 11 days left. This whole Altria group. If right now profitable, must not be in the money. What's our strike price? 50. Stock's currently trading. Last was at 53.84. Woo! Oh, I don't have any. Man, if I get assigned on this, I got so much cash tied up in the futures. Why is that? What the heck did I have going on in the futures? How many future trades going on? I got to get this. Hope that cash settles pretty quick and moves over there in 11 days. I don't have any future trades, do I? I don't see any here unless there's some weird thing. These are all stocks. stock trades. So we'll see if Monday, if that settles. Otherwise, if that doesn't settle and the futures cash move over here, then and if this got assigned, then I'm paying $5,000 out of margin. Not the worst, could cover it, but why pay interest if I don't really have to? So that means stay away from. Ooh, I was just looking at that crude oil. I really wanna put some paper trades on crude oil, but I'm gonna avoid that. See if we can get that money to move over here. Come on, just move over there. All right, so that's it. Nvidia, sell to open. What do you got? What the heck is going on here? Do we get a sign? We got a sign on this. What is this? It's long dated. It's just a vertical. Yeah, I think so. You know what? When in doubt, this is what I like to do because these paper trades, you probably don't know, but probably don't know what I was going to say. You might be able to read my mind, but I'm not aware that you can. Well, I thought Nvidia was. Oh, I don't know. I'm not a super big Nvidia trader. There we go. Yep. Look at that. That's just vertical. For me, I can usually tell what it is by looking at the risk graph. I do like myself to look at some risk graphs, but what do we got? There's only one. I remember I put on two. Maybe I canceled one. Try to opening. This one's still working. Uh, Sell to close. That's right here for a debit of 20. What do we pay to open? Probably have to look back over here to figure out what I paid to open. There. Maybe go back 14 days. Ooh. Let's go back 14. Please work. Please work. Please work. Please work. There we go. Nvidia. See it in there. Oh, right here. Sold it for $40. Right, sold it for 40, and now I'm attempting to close it for 20. So it's like doesn't look like if it were to close for 20, making a little bit less than $20 after fees, commissions, all that type of stuff. So I'm just gonna leave that like it is. This one right here, what is this? Short to put option, got 18 days left. Strike price of what? 555. Over here at 595 right now. Down $14. Just gonna leave that. And what else? What else? Oh, yes, this is what I wanted to show you. Over here, that GameStop short call that was at 51. I had a short call GameStop at 33. That expired worthless. Let's take a look at GameStop. I really love selling naked put options on GameStop. I told this gentleman that I have a tendency to repeatedly take options trading classes with. I told him I'm selling naked call options on GameStop, and it looked like he got a little nervous. I'm not too nervous. I'm not nervous at all about it, to be honest with you. I just don't really think this is going to happen again. And if I'm wrong, so be it. But look, it is trending up. Not super strong. What is this? This is a 1 year daily. As far as let's try doing. Let me see if I can do this line stuff, which I normally am not really doing. There you go. Right. Boom. That's been going up for a while. How long is that while? From here to here. That while. What is this? What day? I can tell you what day this is. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. That's okay. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. It's been going up since about that day right there, October 28th. So let's see. I'm going to delete that. Remove drawing. Switch this back to my little cursor. Alrighty. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Why? Because that's what I like to do, okay? I like to look at the weekly chart. Oh boy, we had a spike up here. Is that accurate? Oh, I don't see that big spike. Where is that at? I don't see that big spike over here. I don't see that big spike. Getting out of hand there, volume. Get back down to where I want you. All right, 33 or 32. And this is 6 months, right? 6 months daily. High of 32. So I'm not sure what's going on with this huge spike up to 60 here. Because I don't see it 1 year ago. Right? Or is that right here? Maybe that's it. 513. Oh, let me see. It's got to do the same thing. Is that 513? Yeah, it is. All right. So it did. What year is that? What? 2023. All right. So wait. No, here's 2023. This must be 2024. I don't even know my years. I have no idea what year I'm in here. No clue. So yeah. All right. 60. Could it bump up against there? Here's our 2020. I think this is our COVID craze meme stock stuff. All right, so it happened not too long ago, so it could happen again. Mm, mm. Good thing I started looking at this. No wonder why that professor's looking at me like he's getting nervous. And man, it is getting some upward momentum here. Something's happening. It does look like around the 30 area. It's not a resistance. It gets coagulated around there. Let's take a look at the monthly chart. Woo, man! On the monthly chart, it's starting to look like it might have some upward momentum. Let's pretend it just boom popped up here. Below average right here. We had a spike up. Let's take a look with the. Come on. All right, weekly. It's below average, but it's that green is there. It's building up. It's like it's kind of building up. All right. This mm, it's definitely got some resistance around this 30 area, but uh, I think your good buddy over here wants to see some more data. But I'm definitely going to put a trade on. I'm going to sell another naked call on this. All right, we're above all the prices, above all the moving averages. Look at we got in the last 6 months, right? 6 months daily. We definitely have an uptrend on the 200-day moving average. Our 100-day moving average, it's an uptrend. It started kind of it definitely was straightening out here, but from here to here, it's up, and and then our 50-day, this pinkish color, started here. From here, okay, here's where it started. Here's an easy way to do it. Watch this. Here's the starting point, right? Look all the way to the other side, 21. Oh, look at that. That pink is up there, so that's up. And then we got the 20-day, this green color right here. That's up. Look at that. Look at the distance from the 20-day to the 50-day. Now our 9-day right here, this whatever color that is, turquoise, whatever that is, So that was kind of on an upward tear for a little while, and now it's back down here, fluctuating around that 20-day. But just by looking at the moving averages, things are moving up. Doesn't mean they will continue to go up, but they are moving up. Before I get to that cone of probability, let me let me also check something real quick. Hmm. No, that's not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted. Let's try. Let's try. Let's see if it's this one. Same thing. All right. Never mind. I guess I don't have it on here. All right. I got three of the same. Well, hunky dory. Not going to worry about that for now. Let's get out of this cone of probability for a second. Volume. Ooh, that's what I wanted to see. Look at. Dang, man. Look at this. Volume profile. Oh, man. That's a 28 point. So, volume profile, the way that I first learned about the volume profile is that wherever you see this part right here, this is like the most mass of transactions, buying and selling, the most volume right here. But this, all this in here, this is, I was explained, it's kind of like gravity. That if price gets too far away from here, it tends to revert back down. If price gets too far away from here, it tends to revert back down. So now, this is not scientific, and there's probably a lot of people that will say what I'm about to say is wrong, and that is totally okay because I'm just a paper trader. However, what what I kind of the way that I attempt to help myself with this, and I don't just use this, I use this in combination, but I wanted to look at this since I saw those moving averages rising up. So if the volume profile, if this like mass amount of transactions was up here and all the moving averages were moving up, oh man, I think that's another indication it might go up. If all the moving averages were up and the volume profile mass amount of transactions were down here, oh well, okay, that maybe that makes it a little bit more likely to pull back down here. But there's some chance that prices will stay kind of in this range because that's where it tends to trade quite a bit. Let's look at the same volume profile but on 5-year weekly. Okay, in a 5-year time, we're down here over at $2.50 as far as the mass, the biggest transactions amount, but still looking in this range, right? We see it could, once it starts getting up way over here, though, right? There's not a whole lot of transactions taking place. Most transactions here, and over this 10-year monthly, kind of the same thing. And I, honestly, I would have we'd have to ask someone with a lot more paper trading experience than me at if the 5-year or what year seems to work pretty well as far as being accurate. But for the most part, on my paper trading, yes, I will look at the 5-year and that 10-year, but this is the one I kind of draw a little more towards because usually the trades I do aren't like past a year. And let's go back to the Kona probability. All right, now Kona probability, and then I'm going to look at we got GME here. Let's see, look at real short dated option, and let's look at the 10 delta, 5 delta. What's the price of the 5 delta? Hey, get back over here. 5 delta. First 5 delta, about 46. And with a probability of in the money, about 3%. Highest price it sold for on Friday was 18. And the 10 delta doesn't really have a trend at the moment. The 911 Delta, 38, 37.50. I'm a lot more comfortable like closer to 50 myself. So we got 4 days. What was that? 4 days, which is what? December 27th, right here, December 27th. Looking at this, I guess like kind of like implied volatility. Is this just implied volatility? Is it expected move? Is it expecting $3 up or down? If it was $3 up, we're about 33 ish or so. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but December 27th, we got down here. Where's 20? Ooh, there it is, 27. All right, and I'm gonna raise this up. Keep that on the 27 on that bottom crosshair, and 20. Got to get back to the 27. Where did you go? 27. There we go. Cone of probability on the 27th. The cone of probability is saying 35.16. So $40. $40 up here. Yeah, $40 seems pretty safe. I mean, obviously it's not impossible. But looking at a lot of the stuff, $40 in 4 days seems like a safe. Well, it's not even 40, it's 46, getting close to 50. And let's see. This one traded for 29. Let's go wild. 18. Let's try 25. Let's see if I can get filled for 25, which would be looks like it would have to get up to, what's the price at right now? 20. If volatility stays the same, just based on the Greeks being the way that they are, looks like it'd have to go up about $2.31. What's the average true range of 1 day of trading for this bad mamma jamma? $2.31. $2.11. $2.31. It's possible that could have some bit of ripping to the upside, and maybe that would increase volatility a bit. So maybe the juice of the premium on the volatility Greek gets a little better as it's raising up. It's possible. Try it out and see, and see what kind of buying power effect this is going to take. 292 max profit, 24.35, 25 minus this 65 cents, and much buying power we got. All right, let's go. Let's see what 5 contracts would be. Now we're looking at a little less than 1,500 buying power, and taking in about. So if everything went according to plan, taking in $121.75 on this much buying power, which is not the risk, right? That's the buying power. Here's the risk. Infinite. You like that risk? ah, you like that risky? Here's one way to look at this buying power. Hey, calculator, come on there, calculator. 1 second, chotomate. All right. One way to look at this is let's see which way was that 121.75 credit divided by our buying power effect. Boop, boop. 8% return in 4 days. Is that it? Or is it 14? Oops. 1460 divided by 121.75. Yeah, it's definitely the other one. About an 8% return. It's not 1,000% return. Let's drop that calculator down there. So I think this is definitely a risky trade. There's definitely risk to this. There's some people on YouTube that say they're making all this money with no risk. Well, they're just better paper traders than yours truly. Because I don't know any way to not take risk when it comes to the markets. So, you know, that is what it is. But one of my mentors, who I'm not going to tell you who he is right now, but one of my mentors, he says, dun, 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 the lion. Dun, dun, dun. He don't believe them. He don't believe them. He said he tells me there's no way it could be true. There's no way they can be making all that moolah without taking risks in the financial markets. That's one of the sort of givens to the financial markets is there's some risk involved. So what was my point of doing all those theatrics for you? My point is even though this is an infinite risk, this if you have a large enough account size, let me not say if I had a large enough account size, and with this paper trading account, I do feel that this is I'd be willing to do this. So I'm going to I think that attempting to make around an 8% return on buying power in a 4 day period, like a week. We got Monday through Friday in a week. I think I think that that's a good risk to reward. Looking at everything. Let me rephrase that. Not that it's a good risk to reward. I think it's a manageable risk to reward. I personally don't think I'm gonna end up having the risk in of infinite of losing all my money. I don't think that's gonna happen. And and for the buying power amount, it's not too bad. So gonna send that order in, and I think I just did that unallocated. So let's allocate it somewhere. Let's allocate it. Move. Got to allocate it this way. Move to group option trades. And I'm gonna close up this video by what's our game plan? Let me rephrase this. What's my game plan? If I get assigned, pardon me, not if I get assigned. If this order gets filled, and now that I'm short five, five. Where is it? This is my old one. Get out of there. You got to do it this way. Analyze. Analyze position. Where? There you go. Analyze trade. Alrighty. Thank you. Salamat po. Appreciate that. All right. So buying power effect. All right. This is the risk graph of a naked call, short naked call, and if we had see how it goes down here. If it was going down here, that would be short strangle, but it doesn't have that going down. If this was flipped to the other side, it'd be short. If it was going down here and straight here, then it'd be short put option, right? And how you combine these different options together, whether you're buying or selling, it changes this risk graph around. And right here, showing us the buying power effect. In the middle here, it's at the price is currently where it is. See, zero change, and it's taking this much buying power effect. If there's a 10% move to the upside, which would be 33.28. See right here, 33.28 indicated by that line. See this line right here, 27.23, 27.23. That's showing 10% up or 10% down, showing what the buying power, what would be affected, or how the buying power would change. So if it went up to here, started getting up to around 33, buying power is going to change. So I'm guessing in order for this trade to get filled, it would probably the buying power would probably increase. It's probably this buying power right now, but as this moves up here, it would probably be more around this buying power, which is totally okay because it got plenty of buying power here. And then as the stock, you can see down here, so this is going closer to 0, 7, 60, right? So this is the stock is increasing in value. And just so you know, you can see, we can pull this out here and changes here. So that's locked. Showed you the some delta stuff. I'm not a master at that, not a master at that, not a master at that, but I see what it does in my buying power. And you can unlock this here. You can also, you can say like, what if the stock went up 15%? 15. And then it moves it. Boom. You see where 15% is. You see the number. You see what it does to your buying power effect. Or you can just kind of do it manually, however you want to do it. But by default, stuck here in the 10%. So, all right. So, okay. So buying power, we're good. I'm good. And even if it starts kind of going against me, need to look at a little more time. All right, daily. If I'm short around 46, not too likely, right? Not too likely, but let's say it would have to move pretty rapidly, right? Because the option contract's only 4 days, 5 days, whatever. And I would say for me, if it started not just touching 35, but if it started closing above 35. Well, my first thing, like, yes, last week it was hitting around the 33 area. Can do this right in that area. See, 30, maybe it wasn't 33. I thought I got up to 33. It's got up to 30, almost 32. Yeah. So it was. I thought it was getting up to 33 or somewhere in there. But so number one is it going to start breaking this resistance, right? If it gets up here, it closes up here, but the next day it drops back down. It's almost the same here. It got up here, but look, it touched up here. It traded all the way up here, but it pushed back down here. The next day it's up here. Doji action. That's not super strong. Volume is good though. Look at that average. See that average volume line? Volume's over the average volume line. Super spiked up here, and but it's doji action. And then the day after that, boom, we're back down here. We're back down trading to prices below the body of this candle. Day after that, boom, back down here, and we get this huge spike in volume right here. But look at it; it's not. It's not. It's It's still closing down here. Yeah, chop it around, floats back up here, but boom, back down here. So if it starts, let's say, if it's like closing, candles closing and opening, if this starts floating up and it's like above this area, let's say 32, and we see these candles just creeping up, what might that look like? Uh, let's see if I can get some more space in here. Oh, up, down. Where is that? time access. There we go. All right. So if prices start, is there a drawing tool in here? No. That's okay. Let's do this. If prices start closing like that, they're closing. I apologize for this just being red, but just I think I'm hoping you're seeing what I'm talking about. If our prices are closing, and they closing above, need to pull this back down. If prices start closing above that, opening and closing, right? They're floating up. Now they're opening, they're closing. They're opening, they're closing. They're opening, they're closing. If they start opening and closing above this like 31, 32 range in there, it's probably going to start building support in there. So if it starts doing that, then your good buddy paper trading is cool is going to have to react a little differently. I guess I don't have to, but I'm going to. I will choose to react not just a little differently, a lot differently. And what will that a lot differently be? Well, let's contrast it with if that doesn't happen, I'm not doing much of anything but watching. I won't be taking any actions. I'll just be watching. I'll just be watching and paying attention. And then if there is if that happens, then I'll start buying. I'll start buying shares, and I might even buy. It's five. What I got? Five contracts. I might buy the shares. I might cover with shares of stock somewhere. Cover with shares of stock somewhere between 35 to 40. Let's just go with 35 times 500. How much would that be? 17,000. 17,500. If this money doesn't move over there, then I would definitely be dipping into that. But let's say I didn't want to buy the shares, which a different mentor of mine uh, has always told me ideally hedge with shares, cover with shares. But if you can't, then because of cost, or not that you can't, if there's some reason that you don't want to, a legitimate reason, then cover with options. So I could potentially buy buy something like a 35 strike, but it'll probably be if it's trading around 34. Like for example, right now here's where you see where it turns from this color to this color, and so we're one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so we're 10 away from here. And if this is around 33, right? 33, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's possible this 69 type price might be seen over here. Could be higher, but at least you're playing with a game of probabilities and incomplete information. Besides the passage of time, you know time's going to pass every day. I think you know it. I know time is going to pass every day, but I don't exactly know. I can try to guess. I can use the Black Scholes option formula. I can do all these things, but as far as I know, there's no absolute way of knowing. So your good buddy paper trading is cool is making decisions based on incomplete information and figuring out how to manage those those decisions going forward. So I hope that has been fun for you. It's been fun for me. I hope it's as good for you as it was for me, because it's been really, really good, and I want to do it again. I might do it again tomorrow. We'll see. I went way longer than I thought I would, so I know you're happy with that. You didn't want like a 7-second guy. Instead, you got a 50 minute and 20-second guy. All right, aloha.